Hey folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I've got a gift request from none other than MontaukEd. So Ed, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for this one. And another shout out to Terry Wood up in Canada who sent me this and two other hats from Canada. Different thing. Wait a minute, two? You got the Calgary Stampede, you got the Alberta, and then the other one. Yeah, well, geez, I think you've sent me 4 hats. Anyway, yeah, you did. Thank you. So, actually 5, because one went to Caroline. I've got Aaron Tippin's The Carroll County Accident. Ed made a gift to the channel for me to do this, so thank you, Ed, yet again. And I had done Porter Wagner's. I think Porter was the original back in the 60s, late 60s, I think. And now Aaron's covering it. So we're going to see what this is. And I was able to get like a live version on Aaron's own channel. And these are usually not blocked. So let's find out what Aaron does with this song. Aaron's a pretty cool dude. Here we go. Oh, he's on the CMAs doing it? '69.
Well, Carroll County's pointed out as kind of square. The biggest thing that happens is a county fair. I guess that's why it seemed like such a big event. What we all call the Carroll County accident. The wreck was on the highway just inside the line. Walter Browning lost his life, and for a time it seemed that Mary Ellen Jones would surely die, but she lived long enough for her to testify. Walter Browning was a happy married man, and he wore a golden wedding ring upon his hand. But it was gone, nobody knew just where it went. He lost it in the Carroll County accident. Mary Ellen testified he flagged her down, said he was sick and could she drive him into town. And no one even doubted what she said was true, 'cause she was well respected in the county too. I went down to see the wreck like all the rest. The bloody seats, the broken glass, the tangled mess. But I found something no one else had even seen behind the dash in Mary's crumpled up machine. A matchbox that was circled by a rubber band, and inside the ring, Walter Browning's hand. And it took a while to figure out just what it meant. The truth behind the Carroll County accident.
Great
By
development.
dark of night, I dropped the ring into a well and took a sacred oath that I would never tell the truth about the Carroll County accident. 'Cause the county ordered Dad a marble monument. Yes, I lost him in the Carroll County accident.
The way he sang that was very unique. I can't quite put my finger on it because Aaron, a couple of videos, one of the videos I had done was with the swimming pool and all, and he was a funny dude. And here he's got a quirkiness to him, a confident quirkiness to him, or a quirky confidence for some reason singing this. Maybe it's because he probably sang that song a whole bunch of times. But the clarity in this, it's just, it was just on point. You know, it's obviously a newer performance. I don't know if this was in like a special room that the CMAs had done for the production, because this says CMA Awards 50, but nonetheless, the story of the song is just a story of human nature, of where something's discovered, then you cover it up. And a lot of things come to light and a lot of things don't. And that's just human nature. We're social creatures. We want to keep a certain reputation among others. But there are some cheating songs that go a certain way. And how else do you put it? I mean, the plot thickens or thins depending on your perspective. But I love the guitar picking and strumming. I don't know how you guitarists would classify this here. I mean, it seemed to be more than strumming, but it wasn't much more than it, unless I'm completely misguided. I was more focused on Aaron because the camera was as well. But he's just got a confident way about him, and his diction is really, really good. You never have to guess what he's saying in his songs. It's just, and that's just something that there are some folks, like those of you on the channel know my fondness for John Prine. But John Prine slurs his words sometimes. I do too. I mean, I edit my videos. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I'm like, my gosh, I didn't realize that I did that. I was listening to, a teaching seminar about 30 years ago, and I still listen to it every so often because it's brilliant, but it's on learning styles. And it was done by Cynthia Tobias, who at the time had her master's degree in learning styles, which is how we process information in and how we process it back out. And this is totally just an aside, by the way, but I'll tie it back in. And she had been among her occupations, she was a school teacher, but she was also a cop. And she had a bet with her sergeant as to who would pull the most drunk drivers off the road, because they both believed hardcore taking drunk drivers off the road is a worthwhile endeavor, to put it mildly. But what you have to do when you pull somebody over is give them a field sobriety test, and because you've got to follow standard procedure. So, but one of the things that she had said in this thing is that when you're like, one of the standard parts of the sobriety test is making them say the alphabet. And she said, what you don't realize when you are drunk, especially extremely drunk, she said, you don't realize you're doing it, but you skip over letters in the alphabet. It doesn't dawn on you, but you're skipping over letters. So you might go like A, B, C, D, E, G, H, and you don't realize you skipped over the F or whatever the letters are. And that's one of the things that the cops look out for. So the way we speak varies, not merely from circumstance, drunk versus sober, but it varies from person to person. And an artist like John Prine, I'm not speaking about drunkenness at all. I'm just speaking to diction. His is very different. I pick up on me. There are times where I find that I eliminate words in sentences when I'm going through the editing. I'm like, how did I skip over that? Am I getting so far ahead of myself when I speak or comment? But then you hear Aaron sing a song like this. His diction is perfect. He's right in the pocket. Says the words perfectly. And I marvel at that. I recognize it. I see it. I appreciate it. And part of it might just be that there's instrumentation being played, and that cues you along the path where you may not have heard a song for 30, 40 years, but as soon as you start to hear the melody, the words come right back to you. And you're probably not skipping over words in that context. But that's just my way of saying I appreciate how this was done. And the song itself was, Ed, this is of course your request. Of course, I am going in the way I do. And I always forget that it's you. And then I'm like, oh yeah, of course it's you. Those of you who are new to the channel, MontaukEd Vibes, he just knows how to do this to me, where I get going philosophically, sociologically, psychologically, anyologically that you could come up with. Yeah, I mean, Aaron just sort of has that it factor, that desirability. You want to keep listening, but this is just one of those songs where human nature is on display. The worst, he's with someone he shouldn't be with, gets discovered but not told, because there's a beautiful monument. Everybody's reputation is intact. They're all still well respected after their death. And there you have it. I don't know. This is what we do as human beings. We want to get along with others. We're social beings, as I had commented earlier. And we want to be able to stay as social beings rather than being pariahs. So, all right, I'm going to rate this one. Oh, this is poetic. Oh, and I know you know what I'm about to say. And so does Jeff. And maybe Steve Swags with his puppy dog. The number that popped into my head is an 8.9. That was fun. It's a great song. Song of the year in 1969. And a lot of fun. So thank you again, my friend Ed. I'm off and running. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.